hilarious.
Like an Indiana Jones moment.
Slowly creeping over, and you're like, "What's gonna happen?"
And all of a sudden, boop, it's
Down
over.
for the cab.
Hilarious. I thought it was funny, man.
It was great.
There's a lot of good moments in this episode.
100%. It was a good episode. It was a good way. It was a satisfying conclusion to the series. Albeit I was a little bit disappointed that some of the questions didn't get answered, but it was satisfying.
I'm only disappointed that nobody died.
Well, I agree with you. I really thought Wrecker was going down for the count. They were really hinting at it.
Right? Like, he's hurting here. And so we're kind of like easing to the moment. Okay, he's going down. He's going down fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Heroic exit stage left.
But, I think that's more of a nod to Hunter by the end of the episode. Like, none of his troops. No more of his troops die.
It's true. And they fixed Crosshair's hand for him.
By chopping it off.
Yeah, it works. It's not shaky anymore.
Yeah, that's handy, right?
You can get one of them Luke Skywalker prosthetic hands.
I never really understood, though, what's the importance of that hand. Like, what part of their experiment is, like, affecting their hand? And did, oh, my goodness. The guy holds his hand all the time.
Yeah, Hemlock. They never talk about that.
Is it the same reason?
Yeah, like in all Star Wars, there's like a constant, like Luke Skywalker gets his hand chopped off, Anakin gets his hand chopped off. They just like cutting people's hands off. Like,
yeah, it seems to be a trope.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'd rather if Sabine had her arm chopped off than her stabbed like that. I think she was in Qui-Gon's realm, and I don't like that.
That's fair. Why can't Qui-Gon survive the same thing?
There's one I would have taken one more cut off of a limb, right? Yeah, dismemberment.
Well, I'm excited. I was right. They freed the Zillo Beast. I mean, it was fairly obvious, but
I know they're leading towards that. Yeah. But I always thought it'd be funny if, or for some reason, we got to the point where you can have a Zillo Beast versus Mythosaur.
There you go.
The Empire having the Zillo Beast, the Mandalorians on their Mythosaur, and a great epic battle. I don't know where or when or how, but that might be insane.
Right?
Right? Wouldn't that be crazy? I don't know. It might jump the shark for a few people. Like, what? This is over the top. We maybe need some, right?
I think they already jumped.
Always a monster.
I think they already jumped the shark when they made the last Jedi or the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh man, they're trying to come back from that.
Well, I mean, they've done some decent work to try and fix some of those issues. That needs to be continued. This story brings up a lot of Project Necromancer, which is really leading into how the Emperor was cloned. They're really hinting at it heavily, but I think
now they just shut it down.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, they didn't do enough of it. So I'm curious.
I'm confused by that.
I'm curious because they must be reopening the Tantus facility at some point, because again,
I agree.
Yeah, like,
right. Someone behind the scenes is going to open this up again.
Well, this is a huge thing for Emperor Palpatine. So obviously he's gonna. Man, that looks cool. That was a cool shot. Even the eye that they had in it, just really cool.
So, what else happened in it? Oh, another important moment, like the reunions of Omega and LSA. That was some really good moments.
LSA sacrificing herself to save in one final gesture to save Omega.
Yeah, with Rampart. So that was poetic justice. Is that what you would call that?
Yes, I would.
Right.
I think that was Nalase got revenge for the Kaminoans by killing him in that fashion while destroying the records. So
poetic justice. I mean. That's what I really kind of like about the Bad Batch and a lot of the recent Star Wars. They are putting a lot of effort into telling these good stories and adding metaphor and these references to other Star Wars.
Scorch gets wrecked in this episode.
Yeah, Scorch gets burned pretty hard here, but I mean, he wasn't
kind of a throwaway character.
Yeah.
Oh, he was holding his hand again.
It had to be Scorch, but no Bad Batch member. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn about that. Another thing at the very end about poetic little cadences they put in storytelling at the very end when she she removes the glasses. And to me, it's almost like a metaphor. She's not seeing through the lens of the Empire anymore, right? And I think that's good. I love that stuff. That's smart.
like I said, I think they drew up a satisfying conclusion. I'm just a little disappointed. I was hoping to be right about the Shadow Troopers, and they kind of just left that very ambiguous as some generic clones.
Right. Honestly, I think that would have been a great moment to kill Echo. Is when he lost to the Shadow clones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like it kind of annoyed me too. So you get all these clones that are they're getting together to save the Bad Batch, Clone Force 99, right? And they get into the danger room, and they're fighting away, and then like 90% of them get wiped out, except for, you know, like Echo, and it feels, you're like, what about these like poor guys? They've been locked up and tortured for the last like year, and then they just die trying to save the Bad Batch members who all leave completely unscathed. And you're like, wow, that's a pretty shit end to them.
Well, I mean, they went down fighting anyways. They would rather do that than rot in a cell. It was, oh geez, rougher Crosshair. Yeah. But anyways, they all survive at the very end, and I'm a little mixed. That was a great time to kill Echo. Mm-hmm. And
you're just obsessed with killing all of them. Well, you're like, Hunter will be the only one to live.
I think it would have been better. It would have been just a little bit.
I will
a little bit of salt on it, right?
I will say that I'm kind of glad that Tech didn't just randomly come out of the woodwork somewhere and turn out to be alive.
I never expected him to ever show up here again.
Yeah,
I expect him to kind of be maybe these people being part of Project Necromancer. Right? They're going to take this operation. It's going to come up somewhere else, and now it's going to become the First Order.
Well, they're definitely hinting at something with Thrawn and his troopers and Enoch. They're definitely hinting at that.
Right. I think Thrawn foresees the fall of the Empire, and he wants to be there for that.
Yeah, I think Thrawn wants to take over the Empire, and he knows he's not strong enough to kill the Emperor. But if somebody does it for him, then he can rebuild the shell, because he's a master strategist, right?
Oh man, he's smart. Oh yeah.
It would be kind of cool to see some scenes where Thrawn like just absolutely backstabs the Empire and purposefully allows certain things to happen so that the Empire falls. That would be pretty cool.
Just to show that.
Because I mean, he is regarded as one of the smartest characters in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, absolutely! And how they describe him in the books, it's like incredibly smart and very formidable.
Stepped on.
So, what was it like to be Thrawn at the Expo?
I had a blast. You and I walking around, Thrawn and Enoch taking pictures. Had great conversations with Iman Esfandi, and oh, what did you think? Did you have fun at the comic expo?
It's always fun. I always find those a lot of fun, and it's always interesting me how much attention each character you bring gets. Right?
Wow, like Iman Esfandi was asking you to buy one of your helmets. You wanted to take him home with you.
Yes, I know. I'm a little bit flattered by that. Yeah, meeting Iman was actually super interesting.
Yeah, that was cool. He was a really nice guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, on day one, I went as Kanan Jarrus, just went around meeting people. Day two, we met up. Enoch and Thrawn. Did you feel like we're just getting bombarded by?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It was really. I thought it was really well done. I mean, there was two other Thrawns, but I still think the way that mine came out was better than the other ones.
You're
the one
really
guy,
happy.
I was extremely happy. I didn't expect it to turn out that good. Thank you.
It's too bad we missed those glasses over there.
Yeah, I think that would have been like an added touch.
Did you grab those real quick? The only problem is like he had troubles getting the contacts in. And then I bought these just in case, and then for some reason, forgot them.
It happens. The best laid plans of mice and men.
Right? It isn't the first time that someone has forgot a piece of cosplay at home.
Well, I forgot to grab black shoes, and I should have done that. So.
Yeah, just don't some black shoes would have finished the whole thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
So my Enoch turned out amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It blew Iman's mind, right? Is like that was pretty impressive. Diana Lee Inosanto had some comments about it. We talked about the actor who plays Enoch. He's definitely a different size than me. He's way shorter, and I'm like, he's way stockier too because he looks way bigger inside that suit. You know, and she's like, yeah, he's way bigger, yeah, like way like stockier. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool. So then I kind of thought, like, maybe there's a reason for that. Like, maybe that's going to be Enoch's. In the future, you'll see why he's got his role. It's because maybe feats of strength, like extremely strong.
You know, I thought it was interesting because even in this shot, this would have been the shot to kind of, you know, dispel any rumors, but they still didn't really let you see what the clone troopers were, the dark troopers were.
I always thought these were copycats of the Bad Batch.
I still think that. You look at the way that they move and their actions and the way they're all segregated. Yeah. I still think that that's the case. And even when they're fighting each other, they kind of pair off in that way. So I still think, I don't think you're wrong. I think they took some of what made the Bad Batch, injected it in other clones, and maybe made them into the. And
you know what? I think would do something like that. Thrawn.
Absolutely. Thrawn's looking to make an army of unstoppable.
He'll do weird things to kind of get an edge.
Yeah.
You know? He'll see that the Bad Batch recognize that they are stronger than the rest. And copy that. Steal those traits. So, heck yeah.
Looking forward to seeing Tales of the Empire. Maybe it'll answer some of these questions.
Tales of the Empire. I binge watched it today.
I know. I'm gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk about it on Thursday.
It starts off with 3 strong episodes with Morgan Elsbeth, who was played by Diana Lee Inosanto, and I had the greatest time talking to her. On day 3, Sunday, I went back, and I got another helmet signed by Iman Esfandi. Oh no, it was on day 3 after we got the Enoch. I swapped out and went back to Armor King. Then I went in line to get another helmet signed by Iman Esfandi, and Diana Lee's line dried up. So then she looks over me, I look over her, and she comments on my costume. Hey, thanks, it's all good. And then we just started talking about Star Wars, and she's a super nerd about it. Like, she knows Star Wars. She knows it. And we talked about the old Star Wars, the connections to the Clone Wars, and she is super excited about Tales of the Empire. And she said that she watched the first 3 episodes. I was super jealous about that. And I also mentioned bringing some of her martial arts skills to Ahsoka. Like, there wasn't enough people talking about that. Like, a lot of people recognize what good sword fighting and good lightsaber fights are. So I had a huge compliment to her on her ability to bring that martial arts to Ahsoka.
Well, she did fantastic in Ahsoka. I thought she was one of the better characters. I mean, you take a character that nobody's really heard about, and now she's become one of the more popular characters in the Star Wars universe, and that is largely due to the actress portraying her and doing a solid job.
Yeah, she did a really good job. And even her acting in Tales of the Empire. She commented on the...
See, right here, sorry, not to interrupt, but... Yeah, but you look at the way that they're all fighting each other.
Yeah.
This is dark right here. They fixed his hand for him.
I don't understand why they just didn't kill him.
Well, they wanted to take the Bad Batch back and use them to try and convert them into shadow clones. They kind of talk about that later on.
Yeah.
They were torturing them to try and make them...
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But... it would have been the moment, but he just wants to take their hand, and in a way there's this strange obsession with this hand. I don't know what has to do with this project.
Well, it's right hand, like it's always the right hand.
I'm not too sure what's that about. Maybe
even Echo's right hand is missing, right? When he's using his right hand, when he's massaging his... Yeah, I know, but when Hemlock's massaging his right hand, they cut Crosshair's right hand off.
Yeah, but there's something about this project that affects their hands. So I don't know. Maybe it's this evil undead thing.
I was just gonna say it's it from the Addams Family.
Yeah, who knows,
he's the true puppet master.
Right, and
take all their hands. I want to be the only right hand.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. Project Necromancer, right?
There's a bunch of pre-animated hands attacking people. That's the true weapon of the Empire.
On the last day of the expo, I went as the temple guard from Rebels.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that a lot of people were very interested in that cosplay. So
it was unbelievable how many people were stopping me for pictures. Like every corner, everybody, even some of the booths. Like, is this booth here? Look at this. He's like, I walk by this booth a lot, and this guy flags me down. And he's like, I want a picture of the temple guard. And shows me a picture of the temple guard, and takes this picture and holds on to it for me because I don't have pockets, and he's super nice, and it was strange, really interesting encounter, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to why so many people are interested and were like the temple guard. Maybe we can get some comments in the comment section about if the other people are interested in temple guard and what they like about it.
Oh, it was crazy. On Saturday, the day we went, I actually had 4 costumes on the floor. Yeah, I went as Enoch, and then I came back as Armored Kanan. You played Thrawn, and I had a nephew there at the same time, and he went as the Temple Guard on Saturday.
With a backwards belt.
Yeah, he went as the Temple Guard on Saturday, and he actually wore it, I think, better than I did, but he was saying that he was getting stopped for pictures all the time, and then when I went back on Sunday, I realized, wow, he was really getting stopped for pictures. Yeah, must have been a great time. He must have enjoyed it for sure, being a younger guy and getting so popular.
Getting some attention.
Yeah. Yeah, it went really well. And then Sunday went really well too. How was you got also things signed, right?
I didn't. I left the one I wanted to get. I wanted to get Ashley X team to sign my Brickhead, which is a Lego version, and I forgot it at home.
Oh no!
I forgot a lot of stuff at home, so it never happened.
Oh my gosh, you let me know. We solved something. We found something.
Yeah, no, whatever. The other opportunities will come up.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's tragic.
But you know what? The highlight of that entire time was just walking around. When you and I were walking around as Enoch and Thrawn, it was just a blast,
right?
And talking to Iman and yeah.
Oh, you know what? All the other Thrawns didn't have an Enoch.
That's true,
right?
They were all like I seen one guy, and his Thrawn costume was okay, but he was very blue. Like he looked like a blueberry. And if you look at like Thrawn, he has a lighter shade of blue.
Yeah.
And that was a very dark shade of blue. But everything else was pretty good on his costume.
Honestly.
And then the other ones they've had like it was like a bad Halloween costume or.
When you wore it that day was the first time I seen it all together, and I was actually really impressed with it. I couldn't believe it.
I know, it turned out so good.
Yeah, like just made each piece one by one, and I thought, I would put it all together, get the belt, and
I was really when we were walking around, I was really trying to play the character as well, holding my hands behind my back.
Yeah.
If you look at any of the pictures, I'm not smiling at any of them.
Dana Lee also gave me a really interesting question. We were standing there for a picture. She's like, how would you like me to pose? And I'm like, I'm just an idiot. I don't know how you're supposed to pose. Just do where you want to do it, what you want to do. And she's like, like martial arts? What do you want, like a Morgan Elsbeth sort of thing? I'm like, I don't know, just whatever you feel like you want to do, right? Like, you're the expert.
Well, she did the Morgan Elsbeth thing. It turned out so good.
And then I realized that that's what she was doing. She's just proper. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
And it worked with the video because you were standing there as a bodyguard, and I was doing the pose with you. That picture turned out good. That's the one I put in my Facebook as my profile.
I know.
I was just so happy, man. It was so fun. I had a blast. I actually got to sit on Todd McFarlane's panel. That was kind of cool, talking to him. And he, if he gets the Spawn movie made, he's gonna actually have the premiere in Calgary, is what he was saying.
Are you serious?
The world premiere in Calgary. Yeah, so that was cool because he's from Calgary.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So and then I sat in on a panel with the cast of Scream, and I was that was really neat. So I just Matthew Lillard was there, and he's part of the cast. And he told a story that really resonated with him about, when you get picked on a lot in high school, you tend to respond. Some people have a defense mechanism and they learn to be funny because it helps them, get over that part. So I kind of resonated with me. So that was really cool. Just a lot of fun moments like that, and bought some cool stuff from there. I bought some magnetic casters that for fidgeting. That was fun. So, yeah.
Nice. I actually didn't buy much this weekend. I just got my signatures and went home happy. I built, oh my goodness, maybe I should bring it over here. There it is. Isn't that nice?
Oh yeah, that turned out sick. And look at the signatures. They even signed it in the gold. That turned out really good.
Diana Lee Inosanto.
Oh look, he even put a smiley face on it.
Yes, it was neat. He signed it in 2 different places. Iman Esfandi, it was interesting. I just like to give it to them and see where they want to sign it. On this helmet, he signed it over here, picked a nice spot. This is a really awesome helmet. Oh my god, I'm gonna put it away. Anyways, and then the other one I made, he put. I said the same thing. Put it whatever speaks to you, right? And he put it right front and center, right on the forehead.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, totally different place than mine, but no, that's the way it goes, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was just a really nice guy. He was cool, eh? So I was just chatting with him and stuff. He actually gave us like 10 minutes of time to talk to us. So there was a big line. It was kind of funny too, because right after he's like, "Oh, we gotta go." After he finished talking to us, he's like, "One more picture."
Yeah. Oh man, fun. What a great time.
Yeah, they treated us really well. That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun. Yeah. Anyways, maybe that's a good place to wrap it up.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Till next time.
We'll see you then.
See you then.